I was quite sick. I had glandular fever and I had to give up all my competitive sports. Well, I had a Swami who was my original teacher, Swami Devamaya, and she got me going on yoga practices. She was someone who was so insightful and so clear and so compassionate, her whole being. And I was like, okay, I decided I'm going to go check out what this India and what this lineage and guru was all about. And so things start to transform and shift. Your connections, your communication with people, it's more present and it's more real in some ways, yeah. When we're working with the mind also, you've got to get alongside the mind rather than resisting or reacting. It's when you go against it or your negativity comes up or you walk away from a job or you disengage, which is the same thing that you do, that happens in a practice actually. You get the energy when you're connected to it, but the work is about learning how to connect, how to get to that point where you're connected with your energy, with your mind, with your body. When you see that coming up and you step into that space of the witness, watching without responding, without reacting again, then you start to create some space between you and that habitual response. So the more you strengthen that quality, then the more you can see yourself and then hang on a minute, pause, and then choose a different action or just see it and not do the same thing again. And that's like a moment-to-moment practice. That's just keeping that quality of attention alive, just keeping that quality of awareness awake in you. And daily practice keeps that quality buoyant, keeps it consistent. So you really get to learn to manage your energy. It's like that energy's available to do things that you do with more love, more attention, more care about detail. You start to feel love for everything that you do, even the simplest things. Management of my own mind has just improved tenfold the more I've gone along. So I know that's really affirmed for me the yogic process. It works. It's worked for thousands of years, and you don't really need to alter it or innovate it or mix it with anything or add this or add that. It's more about just take it back to its simplicity, to its essence. That you're carrying that mission, that tradition, those teachings, that wisdom. You're just a conduit for it. You just keep something in preservation. It's like this river, it just keeps flowing, and you just keep it intact. You keep the essence alive. I lived at the Bihar School of Yoga for 5 years. I lived there as a student doing my Masters in Yoga Psychology. You get really tuned in the ashram. You're very aware of the environment. But for my journey, I think it works well to have periods when I'm in and out. And then I can take that energy and take that inspiration and bring it out into my daily life. It's really for others' benefit. You do the work, you take in, you receive, and you give out. And there's this natural cycle flow around it. Otherwise, you just keep it all for yourself, and it doesn't really make sense to me. It's our duty to keep the practices alive, and that sort of more relates to sannyas, to my spiritual connection as a sannyasin, is to keep these teachings alive by living them, by embodying them, not by reading about them, although knowledge helps, It's the application of them. And so, you know, you've got to gear your life a bit to it, which is being a part of why I live in a community and why I do teaching as a service, as my profession, is it keeps that connection alive. It's quite simple. The purpose is to uplift other people, live a simple life. I'll be doing sadhana till my last breath.